Hi there, this is Åsa with another food scrapbooking process video. Today I'm remembering and capturing and saving a memory from when we had barbecue in our garden this past summer. And I have 3 photos and a lot of cutouts from my silhouette cameo. The different, the shapes, come from the Silhouette design store, and the barbecue I've just printed with a regular font from my computer. And the white pieces I cut out of watercolor paper because I wanted to color them in with some dilution ink spray. So now I'm going heavily with the yellow and the orange to get this kind of burning barbecue feel. or perhaps the not the burning, but you get my point. I want the fire to be very present in this layout. So I'm going all red or orange and yellow. So first I'm making some test there just to see how the paper reacts to the spray, and also to see if it's possible to get the effect that I'm looking for. But I will later also use that paper for some extra touches of yellow and orange. So here goes the barbecue, and I'm just spraying them like crazy in my box, and I dry them with the heat tool before I take them out of the box, so I can blow them around there in the box without getting smudges on my work surface. And since they were pretty small, I also had a lot of wind problem while drying them, but that was okay. Here's the actual grill, the barbecue, and I will make those the cut out part there. I want to mat it on this orange piece of paper so that it shines through where the grate is. And I was really really pleased with the result there. For those small utensils there, I wanted to make them black, so that will be my next thing. I have black spray from the same dilutions, so I just went ahead and made everything black. If I had been thinking ahead, I could have printed those or cut those out of black cardstock, but I didn't, and I didn't want to waste these pieces, so I just colored them with the spray, and it worked perfectly. It takes a while to dry, and since they are so tiny, they were blowing around in the box, but it works, and I'm very pleased with how they turned out. I will mat those cutouts there, the burger and the shake and the fries. I will mat them on the same kind of paper that I did with the barbecue, so that bright orange shines through in the areas. And I'm working with my glue pen from SIG, and it works just like a ball pen, and it's so good. I'm totally addicted to that pen. I can't work without it, especially for these kind of small items that I use a lot on my pages. So that's really a tool that I need to have at hand when I'm crafting. It's a bit hard to find them these days. So before I could buy them at the local, the bookstore, but these days it's a lot harder, and when I find them, I always buy a bunch so that I have a nice supply in my stash. I don't want to run out of it. So here are the kind of chaotic photos that I'll be working with for this page. It's one photo of my daughter having her meal, and then to the right it's my son having the same meal, and since they were sitting side by side, I wanted to mat those, or I wanted to place those photos so that it looks like it's a whole photo, but it's not. So I will be cropping them so that at least I don't get 2 bottles of ketchup. But they don't fit perfectly. But I don't think that you care about that when you look at this page, because it's so chaotic anyway. The lower photo is of my plate, and I will crop that also rather heavily, because a lot of the items that you could see in the first 2 photos were also on the bottom photo, so I just cropped those out. I will be matting everything on this black piece of cardstock, and that is not a 12 by 12 cardstock. This cardstock I buy at the general store here, and it's album pages. I don't really know if anyone uses those albums these days, but they are album pages that you put directly into an album, and I guess you just glue your photos to it, and I can buy them in packs of 25, and they cost almost nothing compared to scrapbooking supplies. So I buy these in white and black, and I use it for matting and for like cutting out titles and everything. And it's not a very high quality paper, because I think it's got lots of filler, like, you know, when they bake paper, they add lots of filler products like clay and other inorganic compounds, and this paper has lots of them, and you can almost feel it when you touch it. It's not a very high quality paper, but it works perfect for these kind of matting purposes. When I first started buying those album pages, I used them for stamping, but then they kind of changed the paper they had, and or the paper quality, and I could no longer use them for my stamping, because the Pro Marker pens that I'm using for coloring, they bled totally outrageously in big blobs on this kind of paper, but it still works for matting and for cutting with the machine. So that's something that I always try to have at home in my stash. I wanted to just mat the photo block onto something else, so I found orange pattern paper in my stash, and it has like hot pink polka dots on, and at first I thought that was really stupid to bring yet another color into this page, because I normally don't do that. But then I realized that this background paper that I've chosen is from the Pure collection, I think. It's got like a tone of pink in it, so that hot pink didn't really give a new color to the page. So it almost like the background pages, the background color bridges the gap between the orange and the hot pink in a really nice way. So I was pleased to use that pattern paper, which is really old, as a mat for the photo block, and it's kind of unusual for me to use pattern paper in that way. So I also thought it was a fun thing to do as a bold and new thing in my scrapbooking. That's not something that I'll be coming back to a lot, but it was fun for this page. I'm using my white pen to write the journaling on the black piece of paper that I had left beside the photos on the photo block. And the journaling I'm writing is the fact that this is one of the reasons that we wanted to have a house on our own and not live in an apartment, because it means a lot to us to be able to just eat outdoors and barbecue in the garden and having the garden and everything. So I, instead of writing about the meal, I write about the feeling of having the possibility to barbecue on your own yard. I'm putting the grill or the barbecue piece up on foam dots. I think those are kind of 1.5 millimeters only, or perhaps 2 millimeters. They are not as thick as the thickest kind, but it gives some dimension, and I wanted to have that extra kind of shadow under the grill. And this is actually the exact kind of of a barbecue that we have, and it's really nice. Now I'm starting with the title, or the barbecue part there, that like the grill mitten there, I just placed it like it was, as like if it was hanging on the grill piece. I thought that looked best, and it also made the blackness of the die cut a bit less obvious. This idea to place the utensils or the tools on the text, I think that was really fun, and especially since I could use that third fork there as the little, like the bar in the queue. That was fun, and that made a really nice addition to this page, I think. I lost a part of filming here. I think that I accidentally turned off the camera, and or the accident was I didn't turn it back on. On above the grill there, I have I splattered some black ink, and then I cut out with my hole punch a couple of orange and yellow circles from the same paper that I matted the barbecue on, and I made them like sparks and soot flying from the barbecue. I thought that was a really nice addition, and it made that part of the page come alive, and that was fun. I made a little word there, so that it spells "We love barbecue," and that heart, I think I made it from some odd letters that I had left, so that wasn't a part of the thickers pack. I just invented them from leftovers that I had. And this is the finished page. I write the date on top of the card. A fun page. I really like it. It will make a great addition to my album. And it's a bit different. Working with this kind of themed embellishments and die cuts is kind of new to me, but I realized that I'm starting to like it more and more, and you will definitely be seeing more of the themed die cuts from me. Thank you so much for watching. Come back soon. This is Åsa. Bye.